What is Neolithic architecture? A few early people still lived in caves where they performed ceremonies, which could be considered one of the earliest forms of architecture, though in the beginning, they also had huge monuments created from digging and moving earth, using banks, ditches, causeway enclosures, and more. It all specifically related to more permanent housing and shelter, 10,000 years ago in the Neolithic era or New Stone Age. In this far and vast event, in the event of species extinction, climate change, and natural disasters, a new evolution was evident. From primitive shelter to open, freestanding monuments and buildings, more durable forms of housing existed. Frequently and around the globe began a resurrection to permanent housing, while at the same time, animal and cereal cultivation became widespread. Permanent structures, agriculture, and their corresponding religious artifacts and art would all become synonymous. For example, in Cyprus, cutting-edge house shapes were circular. They were on rock and with internal wood frames. Organic materials were used, like mud and daub walls. Stone and pottery culture became an integral part of society and trade, especially in the Mediterranean, Middle East, and this area. Houses also began to have white plastered floors and walls, almost entirely with central hearths, cooking and eating areas. There were groups living in single and multi-room houses. They had courtyards with entertaining people and markets outside, and tens of thousands began living comfortably. Despite stories of caves and people performing ceremonies there still existing, the Neolithic era initiated a new time of status and flattery. 10,000 years ago, during this time, monuments, buildings, the architecture, agriculture, and pottery shapeshifted a more permanent human race and what would become known as Neolithic architecture, the advent of civilization and design.